A first for a UN peacekeeping mission. Chinese soldiers are taking a new step forward.
At the invitation of the UN and with the approval of the State Council and the Central Military Commission, China will send a 700-person infantry battalion to undertake a peacekeeping mission in South Sudan. The battalion will be equipped with light weapons for self-defense, armored personnel carriers, helmets, and bulletproof vests. Their mandate is to protect civilians, UN staff, and humanitarian workers, and to perform patrol and security duties.
South Sudan is caught up in violence and chaos. Fighting, killing, and kidnapping happen all too often. And South Sudan is also an oil supplier for many countries. The UN has approved plans to nearly double the number of peacekeepers there. And China wants to better protect its interests overseas.
Chinese peacekeepers will strictly abide by international law and stick to their mandate. They will provide protection to the local people, as well as personnel from other countries engaged in peaceful activities in the area, including economic development.
China's international peacekeeping mission started in the 1990s. To date, more than 22,000 Chinese have served in 23 UN missions. Nearly 2,000 personnel are currently deployed overseas, mainly in Africa. The country is now the biggest contributor among all permanent members of the UN Security Council. During an inspection at the Peacekeeping Center in Beijing in June last year, the UN chief asked China to do even more.
China is a rising country now in terms of political profile and economic and social development. That also requires corresponding responsibility for world peace and development. In that regard, I count on China's continuing contribution.
China's mission in South Sudan might be seen as a departure from its traditional policy of non-interference. The new challenge for the PLA could mean more sacrifices. The road to peace is never easy.